Hello everybody, welcome to Ship Nuggets. Really excited to do this video. I'm going to be talking about being quiet in His presence. You see, one aspect of worship is the ability and the skill to just be quiet before God, to be still and know that He is God. Many times, especially in this world that we live in today, we are filled with lots of tasks, lots of responsibilities, and we hardly have time where we can sit still and just be quiet. It's either there's something competing with for our attention. It's either we're on our phones, we're looking at social media, we're just engrossed in other things. But I have to say that one of the secrets to connecting with God is by being quiet before Him, be quiet in His presence and allowing Him to speak, allowing Him to share His thoughts with you. Share His thoughts with you? What do you mean by that? You see, we have this wrong impression about God that He's some faraway, wicked, God with a stick that only appears whenever we do wrong. The "I know what you did last summer" type of God. No, but the reality is that we serve a God that is actually very kind, very loving. And yes, some people may attack me on this by saying, well, if He's so kind and loving, how come so and so is happening? How come this bad stuff and all these things are happening? Well, that's for subsequent later videos that I hope I probably would try to squeeze in. But the reality is, if you want to hear from somebody, we have to learn how to listen. One thing, that I'm learning myself is how to listen to your spouse, how to listen to your kids, how to listen to the boss. Many times we're trying to get our own point of view across, and that prevents us from listening. That prevents us from hearing what the other person is saying. And just like any other relationship, our relationship with God should not be one-sided. It should not be just where you are talking, or you are just coming on just to ask for something. But it has to also include moments where we're quiet, moments where we're calm, moments where we're just listening. And you may ask, how can I listen? Very simple. We've got, first of all, two funnels at the side of our head called ears, and that's why God gave us two of them, so we can listen more, and one mouth so we can talk less. So we listen with our ears, of course, but more importantly, we listen with our hearts. Within this frame is someone in there that has capacity to hear, and God wants us to hear what He has to say. So I want to just encourage you with this video. Find time to put a pause on your will, your thoughts, on your emotions. Put a pause on it. Maybe you're driving and you probably are bombarded with all kinds of thoughts. You have the ability. Medical science has proven that we have the power to control our minds. We have the power to determine the type of thoughts that we think. And we can say, not now, I'm not ready to have my mind flooded with negative thoughts, with bad thoughts. I'm just going to be still and allow God to speak to me. So that's it for us today. Let's try and practice stillness before God. Go ahead, just practice stillness. I know it may look weird, but just practice it and allow Him to speak to you. So that's all I have for today. Till next time, let's keep sailing to the top.